These are comedians. They're funny.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
A little dark at times.
Patton Oswalt, he told me, I think the worst part of the Cosby thing was the hypocrisy. And I disagreed.
You disagree with that?
Yeah. I thought it was the raping.
And they don't take themselves too seriously.
Now, I must ask you, this might be too personal, but
8 inches.
And yet, they're some of the best dramatic actors of all time.
I can't fucking believe you had tickets to that fucking game! Yeah. Did you rush the field?
No, I didn't rush the fucking field. I wasn't there.
What?
No, I was in a bar having a drink with my future wife.
You missed Pudge Fist's home run to have a fucking drink with some lady you never met?
Yeah, but you should have seen her. She was a stunner. You kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you, Will. That's why I'm not talking right now about some girl I saw at a bar 20 years ago and how I always regretted not going over and talking to her.
If you're like me, you probably watched more Key and Peele skits than you have episodes of your favorite TV show. And watching them, you're bound to have thought at least once, damn, these guys are good at acting.
This person pretend to be straight, but he's really gay. Me.
And if you think about it, finding a comedian that is bad at acting is harder than finding an Amy Schumer joke that makes you laugh.
You guys are such a great crowd. Thank you.
It's over. It's over.
If you don't believe me, try this. Think about one comedian that you're absolutely sure can't do drama. I'll bet you anything, they've got a hidden gem somewhere. For me, it used to be Will Ferrell. This was the one guy I was sure couldn't act seriously. And then I realized he was the lead in Stranger Than Fiction, one of my favorite melodramas of all time. I didn't even realize it was Will Ferrell when I first watched it. That's how good he was. And recently, doing my When Typecast Actors Break the Mold videos, I realized that a lot of the actors people recommended to me were comedians. And I got to thinking, why? Why are comedians so good at serious acting? Here's my answer. Making people laugh is one of the hardest things out there. Even for a simple Family Guy cutaway, there's so much work and effort put into a 5-second clip.
It's funny, those are the hardest things to write in the world because they're like little animated one-frame Far Side cartoons, and you're coming up with a premise that has to be set up.
I'm pretending I'm a fireman. I love playing pretend.
And pay off in a short amount of time.
My name's Peter, and I work in the brewery. Now I'm going to put on my pants and go talk to my co-workers that these pants have stool in them.
Sometimes they work, and sometimes they don't, but they always manage to tell a full story. And that's what stand-up comedy is as well. For an hour or so, the comedian has to tell a dozen stories, all with a unique setup.
Like, I've noticed black people have the genius to put the curse word after they say the race of the person, where white dudes, we always put it in front. And if we would just make that little adjustment, we could save so many careers.
And pay off.
You hear a black guy being like, man, I was standing there, this Asian motherfucker came in, he starts talking about, you don't even hear it. Dude, I would tell the exact same story, right? I'm standing there, right? This fucking Asian comes in, right? Everybody's all like, whoa, hey, easy.
In essence, they're performing multiple one-person plays in just 1 hour. No wonder they're good at acting. They have more experience than most actors can ever hope to achieve. And it's not just the sheer amount of acting either. To be good at comedy, you have to have an intimate knowledge of how people work. The legendary Leslie Nielsen said it best.
Thing is that we know that we're being funny, but you can't let the audience know for 1 second that you're trying to be funny, not for 1 second. Although I will do almost anything I can for a laugh.
And this understanding of people translates directly into drama as well.
If the character realizes something's funny, it takes the onus off the audience to laugh. It's the same thing when a character easily cries. If a character cries easily, the audience doesn't have to. But if a character tries not to cry, that's when the audience will.
That's why some of the most nuanced acting comes directly from comedians.
This is it, Joel. It's gonna be gone soon.
I know.
What do we do?
Enjoy it.
And finally, vulnerability. Being a comic is not an easy task. Comedians face more rejection than probably any other job in the world. Part of it is because of how hard comedy is, And part of it is because comedy is subjective. Something that might make you laugh may be the most boring thing imaginable to someone else. And starting out in stand-up is a brutal thing. Jim Carrey was famously booed off stage at just 15 years old, putting him off performing again for almost 2 years. And while I don't want to perpetuate the stereotype of the sad clown, it is true that a lot of people turn to comedy as a defense mechanism.
Yes, back then I used humor as a defense mechanism. Thank God I don't do that anymore.
This is why when comedians act out their vulnerability, you can feel how genuine it is. The sadness of Robin Williams, the quiet despair of Jim Carrey, and the weary depression of Ricky Gervais. All of it comes from a place that is deeply real. And it is when the masks fall, and we see the person hiding behind the facade.
I love you, Dad. Gay.
That we get a glimpse of something that is truly special.
Son of a bitch. He stole my life.
Thank you for watching.